Hey, I'm Jackson Vliestra from JDV Outdoors, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use a climbing tree stand properly and safely. So if you're like me, I'm a college kid and I don't have a lot of money to go spend on 10-15 tree stands to put around our property. A great substitute for that is this. This is a climber, and what it allows you to do is climb into just about any tree that is straight and doesn't have any branches too far up. I bought this for about $170, $180, and it's served me great. I've shot deer out of it. It's very comfortable to sit in as well. So without further ado, let's get started on showing you how to set this up and how to actually use it. All right, first thing I'm going to show you is how to actually put it onto the tree. So what you want to do is you want to start with your bottom platform. So I've got my bottom platform right here. And what you want to do is undo one side of the strap that goes to the tree, which is this thing. Every climber's different. Most of them that I've seen have these little notches in them. One of my friends has, it's just a like a loop at the end, and then you put a pin through the side of it. But for mine, all it is these little notches that you slide in and lock into place. So what you want to do, now in the woods you want to do this quietly obviously, but what you want to do is get this thing about at your waist so that you can kind of push up against with your body into the tree. And then you take your thing and swing it around and try and catch it just like that. So now that I've got this right here, what I want to do is find the proper angle for this bottom platform. So what the proper angle is going to be where your platform is kind of at an up slope right here, just like this, how it's kind of angled up. Because when you get up the tree gets skinnier and skinnier and skinnier as you go higher, and you want that platform to be flat when you're at your hunting height. So for me, in this tree, I usually just test it out. So I put it at the first notch and see how that height is. Now that's pretty good. And as I go up this tree, I can see that it'll kind of slowly level flat out about the height that I want to. So I'm gonna leave that just like that. Now with mine, as soon as I set the bottom platform up, I can gauge how tight the strap that goes around the tree is going to be for my top one, because it's the same exact strap. So for this, you can see here, I've got 1, 2, 3 of these notches out, and 2 on this side. So with that, I'm going to set up the top one, which is the exact same. Then I'm going to show you how to get into it and actually use it. I've got both of these set up, and now what I'm going to do is show you how to actually get into it and use it. What you want to do with your top platform, once you get it on top of the tree, you want to try and stick this as high as you can reach. So for me, it'd be I'd grab it just like this, unlatch it, and stick it up there pretty high. So now I take the bottom platform and I actually drop it pretty low, almost to the base of the tree. That way it's easy to step into and you don't have to deal with falling out of there and stuff like that. To get into your climber, what you want to do is put both your hands on this top bar. If you don't have a top bar, if this is a sit and climb. If you have a hang and climb, then I believe you just grab right on your seat. You grab right on your seat, and then you can easily step into your platform. But mine is a sit and climb, which gives you this bar right here. What you do is you put your foot up here, put your other foot, and you just stand on it just like this. And then what you do is you kind of get a little crouch in just like this. Get your head under that bar and stand up again, just like that. All right, I angled the camera up a little bit so you can see what it looks like up here. So what you do is you're standing on your bottom and you're outside your top platform. What you want to do is kind of squat down, bring your head up and in, and then stand back up. And you want to try to avoid rubbing up on your stuff. It makes noise and spooks deer, and that's just no fun. So you try and get in here as quietly as possible. Now once you're in here, first thing you do is a harness. Don't ever climb without a harness. Trust me, you never want to. If somehow your platforms slip and fall, you're going with it because you're in them. So put a harness on. I know it's annoying. It's annoying to climb up and down and have to undo it and move it up every time, but it'll save your life. So I strongly recommend you do this. Most climbers, just like mine, came with a harness, so you don't have to worry about going and buying one unless you want a more comfortable one. But honestly, the one that my climber came with is perfectly fine. It works. So what you do is take your tether. You're obviously trying to do this as quietly as possible because you are hunting as soon as you get this thing set up. I take mine, stick my harness up there, and boom, there's your harness. So now I am stuck in this tree. If this climber falls, I'm gonna stay in the tree. So now that you got that done, what you want to do is, now this top platform is very high up because you put it so high to get into it. So what you want to do is now you want to drop this back down to where, for mine, which is a sit and climb, so you can sit on this bottom platform just like this. You're just gonna sit just like this. Now my legs are free. My legs are not attached to my bottom platform. So what I can do, put both my boots into the little hooks that your boots are supposed to go into, and now I can pull the bottom part up. Now I know you can't see it, it's off frame right now, but I'll climb up and then I'll voice over a demonstration on what the bottom platform looks like. So now I'm standing up on the bottom. I'm completely not touching the top platform. I can grab it, pull it up, disconnect it from the tree, pull it up to about the height that I could sit on it again, and secure it back down. Now to secure this down, it's simple physics that if there's weight on this side, this and this are gonna hold it to the tree. So what you do to secure it down is kind of push on it back here. I like to just sit on it and kind of bounce on it to get it secure. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as it does that, as long as it's secure. Now, my tether is getting a little too low, so I undo that. Walk this tether up the tree with me. Put it about head height, and pull it tight again. I can't emphasize it enough to wear a harness while you're doing this. It's very important. So now I just keep on climbing. I take this, get it to where I'm sitting in it, take my bottom, and pull it up. All right, now the bottom platform is on screen, so I'll be able to show you how to do it. So I am sitting in the top platform. My feet are not connected to the bottom at all. I make sure it's secure. Now I put it into this little hook thing and to this one, just like this. And now I can lift it. Now while I lift it, I kind of point my toes down to disconnect the teeth from the tree, as well as get the strap a little loose on the tree. So after I do that, I can just pull it up and reconnect it. And then before you actually just step on it right here, go to the edge and actually step on it and make sure it's tight. Just kind of don't like stomp on it because that'll make noise, but kind of do a little bounce and then you can continue with your climb. Now I gotta move my tether again. All right, now I'm gonna show you what to do once you are at the height that you want to hunt at. I'm only maybe 2 feet off the ground just for the demonstration, but when you're at the height that you want to hunt at, you want to make sure that you leave a good bit of room between your seat and your bottom platform, just to make sure that your legs aren't like dangling all the way to there or scrunched up to your chest. You want it to be very comfortable to sit in. Now what you also want to do is make sure that your tether and your harness are set at the proper height. So I like to stand on the bottom and put my tether all the way at about my eye level. That way, if I fall out, I will be held into the tree high enough to be able to climb back into my tree stand. So now that's about at my eye level. And now what I do, set them at the perfect height for me. So that might be a little bit higher, my legs are a little long. So right there is about good. Now what I do is my seat has a bungee cord that you wrap around the tree. Now this tree is actually too big for me to actually put the bungee cord around. So what I do is I just attach it to the base of my actual tree stand, just like this, and boom, there we go. Now when I pull my seat out, there's my seat sitting just like that. Looks very comfortable for me to sit in. And now I'm ready to hunt. Now I can spin around, actually pull my bow rope up, grab my bow, put it in the tree. Now I'm ready to hunt. I'd be sitting here for hours, and this thing is not moving. I could bounce on it, I can hit it. I mean, you don't want to, but if it happens, it's not moving. This is very comfortable. I recommend this tree stand. It is a Summit Viper climber. Again, I said in the beginning, it runs you about 170, 180. I'd recommend getting it. It's a great climber. I've shot deer out of it. It's easy to set up, and I've had absolutely no problems with it. All right, now we're gonna go over climbing down. I took my harness off because I'm literally 2 feet from the ground just for the demonstration. But I do this with a harness on because you're actually moving the whole tree stand. So when you're about to climb down, this is from your hunting position. You want to drop your top to a comfortable spot where you can sit, preferably as close to the bottom platform as you can get. Your knees might have to be inside your chest. And then what you do is you grab your bottom platform with your feet, and I'll show you guys in a second. I know it's off camera, but what you want to do is you want to hold on to your top while you're sitting, lift it up, dislodge it from the tree, push it down as far as you can reach, and re-secure it in. All right, so this is me at hunting height. What you want to do, bring your top all the way down, far enough where you can sit. And now I'm sitting. Now my knees are very close to my body. What that allows me to do is when I disconnect this bottom platform, I can reach all the way down there and reconnect it onto the tree and lock it in by tapping on the edge just like that. And then continue with the same process. Bring this all the way down, come here, disconnect here, and reconnect it down there. That's exactly how you climb all the way down. That's pretty much it for climbing up and down the tree. And that is it for how to use a climbing tree stand. I hope you guys liked the video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for future videos coming on tips and tricks in the woods and on the water.